That is literally the first. Okay, this is the first thing that's heard because, like, Raid especially, you're getting past the
To be fair,
Yo.
you're up like this, up against the.
You're never escape. I'm not even. I wasn't even touching him, but now you have obligations of like who you are, and I'm not removing that because that's in the video now. Congratulations. Anyways, this is a short lore video talking about balancer power because there seems to be a lot of confusion. So I have set up me alone without Sub's help. Sub did nothing. I have set up all the balancers that are actually, as of right now, canonized, at least to some universe. Like, everyone here, to a universe, is actually canon. Somewhere. Possible. Yes. Okay. So obviously we have balance here from the remakes. This is like just straight balance. Balance, you know, not balance, Steve. To clarify this, very important. This is balance. That's balance, Steve. This is just balance. Very important to note. If we go over here, we obviously have the Gen 3s, aka the strongest generation, and I'll get to that in a moment. So we obviously have balance, unbalanced, equality, energy under time, space, realm, Nova, space, shadow, void. Why did I put all three purple ones together? That was a bad mistake on my planning. We have nether, end, over, spirit, gem, frost, alchemy, prism, and ocean. So obviously these guys are everyone that balance, aka me, made. Yes, Ocean does count because he was still made with my energy, even though I was not directly the one that did it. He still has my balancer energy inside of him. Everyone here does. Because again, even
imagine not being made by balance.
I know, imagine sucking so much that you weren't made by me. Anyways.
Imagine.
So...
Second doesn't count.
Second's not a balancer, although he's over there for a reason. Okay, so other than that, we have, obviously, the Gen 2s, which is, right here, we have balance, unbalanced, equality, nether, end, and D. Just to clarify as well. So, unbalanced here is a red Steve, balance was a dark Steve, equality was a gray Steve, nether was a, what do they call it? Vermilion, End was a purple, Re was a navy, and D was a lime. They were not created from base Steves. They were created based off of those Steves. They were no one before the creators made them. They were created
this is totally overbalanced.
Guys, this is like Fallen Leader. You gotta believe me.
Yo.
This is my son.
You guys do not get to see Gen 1 yet, but I will say Gen 1 was a pink Steve balance, and there were only 5 of them. Do with that information as you will. Over here, we have people that are, like, not balancers, but either were / almost. So we obviously have Empty, who was unbalanced Gen 2. We have Second, who's, like, as close to being a balancer as you can get without being one. And this is just, if you guys remember Imbalance, that was not my name. From the Dread sequence where Unbalance was afraid that Blank Alex would have turned out like Second did. So, like, yeah, that was that. Over here, we'll come back to those guys, because I'm going over... Well, actually, I will go to these guys now, because those guys are, like, a different conversation. This is Gravity's group. Not many people have actually seen this. This is their balance, up there. There he is. There's Gravity, obviously. Then we also have Force Strong balance. We have Force Weak balance. By the way, it's like, you know, like weak and strong. I'm talking about, like, the kinds of force out there. And then we have Electro balance. Pretty cool people. I like them. Red, go ahead and say something quickly about, like, what they were created with, and then I'll go into, like, why that matters.
I don't know what they were created with.
Red, I told you to come up with the... You know, Red, you had, like, 2 weeks to do this. And you said...
I did stuff for their creator, not for them.
Slap him.
Huh?
Slap him for me.
I'm not tall enough.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, their balance looks like a moon Steve. That's
okay, guys.
all I can
okay, so basically... Something that I need to, like, something I need to go into, right, okay? Gen 3, us, right here, this group, this is the strongest team of balancers that exists anywhere, and that's not just because it's like, oh, we're the main group, because technically we, like, I guess you could say we weren't the main group. There is a couple reasons why we're the strongest. The main reason being because we were created with the energy type being creator energy. But more than that, we were created by the creator energy from the original. Why are you interrupting me? I look like
Why are you
balance
like
on my screen.
bald, Box?
I'm not. I look like balance on my screen.
Why are you like bald, Balance? You don't have the yellow on you. It looks wrong.
Maybe you're just bald.
That there's did you
Bald.
not know that I didn't always have gold?
You're asking people with hair.
No, I did, but it looks. I've always seen you with the creator energy for like weeks now or months. You look bald.
Guys, we're gonna ban Rain.
He's bald.
Anyways, now that the interruption's over, little man. Jump on your head like a
Get out of the way!
Goomba treatment.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So we were created by the creator energy that was given by the original creators. And the reason that matters is because they were the group that their energy directly corresponded with celestial energy, which, as I have explained, the celestials do not have any copies. They're singularity beings, meaning that like the creator energy here is of a very specific type. That is not to say that there isn't other creators out there that just weren't created by our celestials, because there are other creators like that were actually called. Guys, stop it. Bad. There are other creators. Okay, there are other ones. That also have creator energy. It's just that not all creator energy is going to be the same. Like ours is very unique. It's like different, and it makes us better. We're better, right? So
You're just different.
Yes, we are very
we
much
were
better.
literally
just
built
good.
different. Like we were actually built
We're just
different. That's
good.
actually like true. Like we were built different. But there are a few things that as well as why that matters. Because of our energy being like such a pure form of creator energy, it allowed us to be highly adaptable, which is why I have these set up over here. Obviously, well, this one's a bit more simple, which can happen with multiple teams. When a balancer, you know, like best examples are light and dark, and there's already another energy type that can combine with those, it can still work as long as that being is actually that. So, like, I was a light Steve, but I stayed the light balancer, so Rainbow Stone could still combine with the Ultra. Dark Steve was still a dark balancer, so he could become Chaos, and then Equality was both, so he could become Equilibrium. Basically, the balancer type can still combine with the other types of energies that were already compatible. But the thing that's unique about our group
It looks like
is
you
that
fell in paint.
you fell in paint at birth. I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Anyways, so, like, the thing about us, though, is that we are highly adaptable, meaning that we can be combined with energies that technically shouldn't match up, which then leads into these guys over here. Obviously, this one right here is just kind of creator energy, which is just something I can do, because I have a high potency of it, thanks to the creators dying. Thanks, dads. But, obviously, like, second here, I can combine with him, because that also makes a bit sense. He's a lot like me. But by the way, that only works if Empty is also in the fusion, because he's an anti-balancer. Empty acts as a barrier between us to protect the balancer energy from the anti-balancer energy. So if I were
So
to
you don't explode.
if I were to fuse with Second would just die. I would live, but he would not. I'm stronger than him. He would die. He
I'm
would
faster
have-
than
yeah.
him. I'm better.
But-
I am better.
Then
I am time bound.
the compatibility comes in here, where I observed a reality, Steve, which obviously is a bit like, hold on, that has nothing to do with it. Exactly, because of the creator energy, it made our energies very adaptable and consumable to other things, like, what's the word? Palatable? How do you
Are
say
you
that?
consumable?
What's that, palatable? What's the word that's like, it's very moldable, but like, it starts with a P.
Malleable?
Malleable,
Yeah.
yes. It like they can be combined and like fleshed with other things. It's like obviously reality energy, the core
It's like
energy.
Play-Doh. You mix it with Play-Doh.
Exactly. And like so either it's like, you know, when I went and used the Aether core, when I used all 4 cores at once, normally that shouldn't be a thing, because it's not just me using the core energy, it's actually fusing it with my own balancer energy, which shouldn't work, but it did just due to the fact
I mean,
of,
you
again,
almost
they're highly
exploded when you did
adaptable.
that.
I lived.
You almost exploded.
Well, to be fair, that had nothing to do with me technically doing that, and everything to do with 4 core fragment energies being in the same vessel. That's not supposed to happen. It's bad. It's like putting 4 divorced siblings into the same room. I don't know what divorced siblings means, but I'm standing by that metaphor. Okay.
Stab.
Guys, I'm built different too.
Gem is
W.
very special.
Stab.
Gem, obviously, right now is the only balancer that came, like, like from another series universe. Diamond, would you like to say some words about him in about 15 seconds?
Hey everyone! To those that think that Gem
I
Balance
regret
is
that.
gay, I just want to tell you that he's not. You want to know why? Because it was a misclick. The actor of Gem Balance did not mean to misclick. Can you shut your mouth?
This
Gem is canonically
is
not
also
gay,
your
guys. That's
friendly
the main
reminder
It was a
that all of the
mistake.
balancers
It
are
was a
technically
mistake.
related. Please stop shipping them.
We are
None of
literally
us like it.
Please
stop it.
We are all related to each other. So y'all writing the
Except for
fanfictions of
Gravity.
DX3, those two are probably the most related out of all of us because I made them at the same time. Re and D, and fun fact for you guys, Frost and Gem as well, because I also made them at the same time. Those two are like the most siblings out of all of us. Have fun with that knowledge, you two. I don't know if I ever pointed that out to you.
I hate Frost. So
I just
I hate
noticed
it.
that I'm at the perfect height to stab people in the crotch.
Yo.
Oh wait, is it my turn?
You can come back,
Stab.
by the way. But, oh gosh, what happened?
Oh, you both were kicked at the same
Wait, that's
time.
not bad, right? Nothing here can be bad? Nope. Okay. Anyways, I killed Rain, but Rain's gonna come back. Anyways,
Yo.
Frost, I mean Wolf, you have 15 seconds.
Oh. Okay.
No,
Oh,
I can't.
eating a green
You
bean.
crashed my game.
That's not my fault.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Frost is not freaking made of ice. He is flesh. Human freaking flesh. He controls
Well,
the
that's
cold,
just
so he
stupid.
is not just useless. He doesn't just
Well, that's
make
just
ice. He
stupid.
physically controls the cold. That also is tied with his form as night, because the night is cold, which is why he has that energy. Have a good day, and please stop saying he's nice.
Psychotic turned Frost.
Stupid.
Psychotic turned Frost into ice during the fight because that's just what he was flipping doing. I mean, he literally picked up Ocean's Trident and turned it into
why
a nuke.
wouldn't you make
And people are
Frost?
acting like,
He
oh
just
wait.
melted flesh.
Well, people are like, oh wait, but Psychotic can't change things. Are y'all good? Y'all weird.
Psychotic is God.
Y'all, I have a
Psychotic
really
is
good
like
question.
God,
So
God.
was God. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, the only thing
I'm
stronger than
about
him,
to say
I
it's
think,
not
is
canon.
Cody.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He can't change
Ice.
things. He can
It's
do
only
whatever he
fair.
wants.
Be ice.
Reminder
Really
as
not
well
made ice.
that a
I've drawn him
balancer can
through
only be a
Yo.
Steve or an Alex.
fair.
It doesn't work. You two, stop it. You two, stop.
Say hi to my ferrets, guys.
You guys, no, we're still doing a thing. Chill. We're doing so. Like, balancers have to be a Steve or an Alex. That's like the main requirement, obviously. Real quick before I continue, these two are canon to the other universe. They're part of the Balcony team, although they're not the official Balconies. These guys are canonized in the April Fool's universes.
Miles, stop.
This
stop.
is Money Balance and Stalin Balance. Don't question it. They're very strong. You gotta believe us. They're very powerful. They're scary.
The strongest of the strongest.
Exactly. So,
I have a ferret in my lap.
something I wanted to sum up as well for like unknown energy is unknown energy really doesn't exist anywhere other than here, and here's why. I mentioned earlier that the Gen 2s over there were like made directly by the creators. That is true. That is true for pretty much everyone else, all the other balancers out there. Like, even if only one was made and they start making more, they technically don't need unknown energy because the unknown energy is already in them. It doesn't matter. It's done. It's all good. The reason why it exists here in Reality Zero is because Empty, who was a balancer, and then became not a balancer, but lived, that was all that was left in him, so it kind of just filled in the holes and like created like a mass of it. That hasn't happened anywhere else. You can't just not be a balancer, because I think I explained this before. Balance can take away any of these guys' powers because it is all technically still tied back to him. He can't take gravity away, though, because gravity was not made by him, he was made by this balance. You cannot undo a balancer if you are not their balance. They will die before you can even take out any of their raw balancer energy. They'll just straight up die. You can't do it. It'd basically just be like peeling off their skin. They're gonna big and they're gonna go away.
I can't wait to draw that.
Don't
one.
use that description.
Too bad. So the unknown energy has never just been in its raw form before, and he began to realize, like, hey, this is what I need. But obviously, he needed something more potent, which was creator energy, which he didn't know, because, again, this situation has never happened before. Which is actually why it's called unknown energy, because it had no name, because technically it never fully existed by itself before, and if no other name given to it, Empty having no idea what it is, it literally just began to be referred to as unknown energy, because it was an energy type that was completely unknown to pretty much anyone who's ever been around. So that's why that's called that. And blank energy was named because it was a type of unknown energy without the texture, without any of the, like, previous, like, anything. So, you get blank. You get it? It's super easy. It's blank. It's literally blank energy. So that's why those are named that. Very important. It's also why they're not around. Why you don't see blank and, like, unknown and blanks in other places. Because, again, this was a very specific situation that did not happen before. Which, again, also ties into, like, the creator's potency of their energy that, like, kind of kept Empty here alive, even if accidentally, which allowed his body was still made by the creators, so even his body was still adaptable, which is why the unknown energy was able to, like, just fill it out. Like, he was still adaptable even after the energy was taken away. Because, again, he was created like this. He wasn't anyone before he was unbalanced. So his entire body, even without balance or energy, still was made by the creator energy of the creators, even if he doesn't have any of it in it.
Okay, wait. If they weren't balancers, or if they weren't anybody before the balancers for Gen 2, what about Gen 1? Was it the same for them as well?
Yeah, Gen 1 was the same. Because in Gen 1, they made the Balancers to try to beat Brian and his Hunters. Then that didn't go well. They tried again with these guys, went even worse, didn't try again for a long time, and then Balance made himself. Which, again, Balance had no idea what the flip... had no idea what the flip he was doing. So in his thought process, he's like, I'm gonna become a Balancer. Which is why, originally, he was not the Balancer of Light. He was literally just Balance. That was it. Like, there was no thought process of, I'm gonna be the Balancer of Light. Because he wasn't thinking that specifically. So he did that, and he became this Balancer. When he made Unbalance, he was specifically thinking about, like, making him a Balancer that controls darkness. He didn't understand it, but if you give away one power, then, like, okay, remember, he balanced. That, light balance, two different things. At this point, when he gave away darkness, the puzzle piece, there was, like, a missing puzzle piece. So this couldn't exist anymore because it was missing something. So, since Unbalance was the Balancer of Dark, it kind of auto-assigned me as the Balancer of Light just to balance itself out. And then Equality, obviously, here. When Empty got the creator energy and turned blank into an unstable, it would have worked if I didn't already exist. Because he tried making straight balance, like Balance, like Balance Steve, like his used to be. But it didn't work because there was already a balance out there, so he kind of just went absolutely unstable and crazy and blowing stuff up. That was until me and Unbalance both tried balancing and unbalancing him at once, which obviously related to him being the middle ground between us.
That's why he's named Equality.
Something Diamond doesn't approve of. I mean, I didn't say that. That was like off
What? When did I say that?
Don't worry, we'll cut that out in post-production. There is no post-production for this video, by the way. Anyways.
Look, it's my son.
So that's that. Just wanted to explain some stuff about us Balancers.
Could I have like 10
Debatable,
seconds of just
but that's okay.
Also saying one more thing about Gem and then that's it?
Yes, what do you...
Aww.
The creators for them were, like, behind here.
Bro, there are dads. There are dads!
There are dads. There are uncles. Uncle dads.
You're my dad! You're my dad! Boogie woogie woogie.
Yes,
okay, I'd like to say 10 seconds of things. So pretty much, Gem Balance, he can control the ores in this universe. Right? But, since he's from another universe where he's also in, like, there was different ores there, and had different powers, he can also use and control those powers from that other universe, and just...
Exactly, yeah. We're adaptable. We're adaptable.
Yeah.
He's made of Play-Doh.
You're gonna learn to control the iron in our blood.
He looks okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be mean.
Like blood bending, but just iron.
But I said he's made of Play-Doh, and I looked at him, and he looks like if you take Play-Doh and then you, like, mold it together.
Ray, you look like Play-Doh.
Wait, Sub,
Whoa.
Look at him! Look at his face! He looks
What?
like he took Play-Doh and then he
Where are you
rolled it up
going?
into a ball and then
Over
made it
here.
into a Steve.
Whoa.
Okay.
Also, one thing I
I
think
mean-
people might appreciate before I go is a quick recap of who everyone was before we were this. So I'm just gonna go down the line. Void Balance was a
Yes.
Void
Something
Steve.
confused.
Shadow Steve was SS Shadow Steve very specifically. Actually, by the way, this Void Steve was a Rainbow Quest, so he used to be a blue. Fun fact. Just wanted to get that out there right now. Was that because SS Void was just like nothing before. Like that was a split off from Galaxy, so that was not anyone before. I don't think, if I understood that correctly. Space Balance was a Cosmic Steve. That's what that was, right? I believe. It's been ages since we've gone over his backstory,
Yeah.
which we will go over soon in the remakes. Nova Balance was a Nova Steve. Realm Balance was Realm
My goat.
Fusion, Galaxy Fusion, aka a Galaxy Steve and an Indigo Steve. Time Balance was SS Time. Under
goat.
was... I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill Sub.
No.
Under was a Dark
Bad,
Lord,
bad,
which he
bad,
was
bad,
basically a Dark Steve and a Gray Steve who fused, sort of like a Nightmare Steve situation. So it's not a fusion Steve, it's like an actual fusion. Like, so you want to call him fusion, but I'm just explaining that. Energy was a blue crystal and a red crystal, which, fun fact, actually came from two different crystal Steves. So that's cool. Unbalance is SS Dark. Debalance
If
was
you unmake energy from a balancer, does he just stop existing?
I think he just becomes
Rain
Speaking
did
of
not
energy-
watch our videos. Guys, Rain did not watch our videos.
you know, some
I need to rewatch LO2B. It's been
if you
months.
quote unquote kill energy, he just splits into the two.
He turns
crystals.
into two crystals, but if I were to take away his power, he would actually just turn into a red and blue crystal Steve. But if you were to kill him, he will turn into the crystals, because that was his base form.
Hey, Box.
Shut up, I'm
You
talking.
know what energy balance is? He's a Norquest Prime
No.
reference.
Okay, so
Whoa.
Debalance was the Orange King Steve, so he's basically just a normal Orange Steve, but like the king of his people. I was obviously SS Light. Up here we have Blue Scout, again just a normal Blue Steve that used to live in the Blue Kingdom. Equality was a Blank Steve, who at one point, well actually yeah, Dark Unknown was him, but he was SS Dark Steve before that. Blank Steve here used to be an Indigo Farmer before that. Nether up there was a Blue and Red Fusion Steve, so obviously he used to be a Blue and a Red Steve who got put together. Broken here. End Balance was a Broken Steve, which was a combination of a Dark Steve, a Gray Steve, and a third Steve we're not going to talk about because it's illegal. We have Over, which was originally SS Green. I don't know if Ranch changed anything about that, so we'll see.
My son.
If he did and hasn't told me about that yet, then I'm going to be pretty mad and I'm going to have to punish.
Huh?
Anyways, we have Spirit, who was SS
What about
Ghost.
what?
didn't
Wait,
say
I
anything.
wasn't paying
I didn't say
attention.
anything.
What?
Gem was... Well, who's Gem again, Diamond? Say the name.
Oh, he was able.
Yeah, he was able, but who was he? Okay, anyway, since Diamond's
Oh,
not
he was
gonna,
a Diamond
since
Steve.
Diamond's not gonna tell me.
Okay.
We have Frost here, who was Night Steve. We have Alchemy, who was Enchant Steve, aka an Obsidian Steve, who had been modified, who kind of like absorbed enchantment magic. We have Prism, who was at one point a Mint. I think was his base. I mean, we made him, but I'm trying to remember. Again, it's been a while. I think it was definitely some form of blue or green. It's been ages since.
Prism was a retired rainbow, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about
Before he was a
'cause he
rainbow.
was a Steve. I'm pretty sure he was like a minty Steve. What, mint or green? One of the two. And then Ocean Steve was Ocean Bounce was obviously just an Ocean Steve, but fun fact, he was an elite guard of Ocean Kings. I don't know how many people know that. He was officially from Ocean King. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's that. These guys, I don't think they were created.
Ultra
right?
kill.
Wait, for what?
For you, they were created like this, right? Or were they turned?
No.
People could be turned. Like, it
They
did.
were people before.
Yeah, okay, so these guys were people.
I'm just
before,
having
and they
trouble
turned.
figering out.
Yeah, so
I'm
you'll
just gonna
figure
say
that
his
out.
bounce was a Moon Steve.
Hello,
because
Moon
he
Steve.
looks like a Moon Steve.
Moon balance. Anyway, so that's that. Don't worry about those guys over there. They're not important. Anyways, we're gonna go see
They're not
you later.
important.
Diamond said it here first.
Hi.
Gem is not gay as of right now.
God.
And we'll see you all later.
No,
Over is the best.
never.